Oh, alright. Alright, let's try something here. Let me see something. Check here. Okay. What does this do? Okay. Anything else here before I talk to her? Maybe any treasure chest or something? Don't see any. So I guess it's okay. Alright, Esmeralda. That's not what I meant to do. I just throw the Keyblade at her.
Quasimodo? What are you doing here?
Phoebus and I came to warn you. Frollo's on his way.
Take what you can and flee.
Well done, Captain Phoebus. Thankfully, you are every bit as predictable as I had hoped. Dear Quasimodo, I always knew you would someday be of use to me. I have you at last, you witch. There'll be a bonfire in the square.
No. Please, Master.
Huh.
Frollo, I won't let you do this.
And we go night-night. And we're back to Riku. No, we're changing to Riku.
No! Quasimodo? Esmeralda! Phoebus! He's taking her to a bonfire in the square. I gotta hurry. Esmeralda! Way to go, Quasi!
Again, neither one of them have a singe on them anywhere. Either Quasi or Esmeralda.
Sanctuary!
Well, he's back, this time with no wings. And here we go against Wargoyle. Fire Windmill. Good damage to start. Wish I had my wings up ready to go, so I could do an extra nice punch with Comet, but oh well. Let's see what he does with his spinning routine here. Oh, he's all sleepy. Strike Rain, Fire Windmill. That was his last health bar. Can't use Comet. Oh, I was trying to figure out why I couldn't use one of my abilities, because even though the link's full, apparently he is under some kind of status affliction. The Prickleman was, but okay, fine. I just went ahead and went all out with the Keyblade anyway and finished him off.
I I should have known you'd risk your life to save that gypsy witch. Just as your own mother died in her pitiful attempt to save you.
What? Now?
I'm going to do what I should have done 20 years ago. Ah! Ah!
Hold on! Hold on!
And he shall smite the wicked and plunge them into the fiery pit forever!
Quasimodo! Quasi! No! No!
Convenient. Meanwhile, the town burns down around them, but, you know. Burning towns wait until love gets through its, scripted routine before actually killing people.
Quasimodo, you can't let your heart be...
I know. I can't blame Frollo for putting walls around me. It wasn't the walls that were holding me back. But my heart is free now. I'm ready to really see what's out there.
All that time, Quasimodo let himself be trapped inside the nightmares Frollo gave him.
Hypocrite. You are the one who has made your heart a prison.
Hey, it's him again.
You again? What are you talking about?
Even if you are not the prisoner.
Oh, look, it's Vanitas.
Huh?
Jesus, I hated that guy. That was a fucking bullshit fight. I'll never... That's gonna go down in history as one of the fights that is the hardest and most bullshit fights in video games. It was the fight against Vanitas.
My heart? A prison?
Chronicle, Birth by Sleep. Alright, let's do that one. Master Xehanort had decided to abandon his pupil Ventus on the Destiny Islands. The boy's heart was fractured, useless. But his heart was saved when a new heart found Ventus and helped him fill the void. Several years passed and Ventus forgot what had happened. He had found a new home in the Land of Departure, a sacred ground defended by a long line of Keyblade Masters. There he met two other young youths named Aqua and Terra, and together they trained with Master Ericus to become Keyblade Masters. Both Aqua and Terra should have been named Keyblade Masters, but Master Xehanort intervened, convincing Ericus to test his pupils with a Mark of Mastery examination. While Aqua passed the test, Terra did not, creating a rift between him and his friends. Shortly after came tidings of Unversed, strange creatures that thrived on negativity, and Master Xehanort had broken off all communication. Terra left to solve both mysteries. Ventus ran away to be with his friend. As for Aqua, Ericus tasked her which would keep Terra under... Bleh. As for Aqua, Ericus... There's a lot of Q's and A's in that line. As for Aqua, Ericus tasked her with being... Fuck, I still can't get it right. One more time. As for Aqua, Ericus tasked her with keeping Terra under surveillance and bringing Ventus home as soon as possible. Thus their journeys began. During Terra's travels, Master Xehanort whittled away at the young man's ethics, convincing him that darkness and light were equally important, and that a balance must be kept. Elsewhere, Ventus met Mickey, another trainee, and found himself crossing Keyblades with a mysterious masked boy named Vanitas. The three friends were reunited in Radiant Garden, but too much had changed. Terra felt betrayed by Ericus and Aqua, and retreated deeper into Xehanort's clutches. Ventus sided with Terra and ran off again, and Aqua was left to deal with a mixture of guilt, concern, and love. Guided by fate, perhaps, Terra arrived at the Destiny Islands and met Riku. He decided to bequeath the power of the Keyblade to this little boy, who reminded him so much of himself. Some time after, Aqua visited these same islands and discovered what Terra had done. She, too, found a kindred spirit in Riku's friend, Sora, and told the boy to stick by his friend. I promise I can read, guys. I don't know why I'm screwing this up. She, too, found a kindred spirit in Riku's friend, Sora, and told the boy to stick by his friend and guide him even through the darkest of times. Ventus had made a discovery of his own. While rescuing Mickey, he was confronted by Master Xehanort and learned of his connection to a weapon called the Keyblade. Ventus returned to Master Ericus in search of answers about his past, but the truth was a disaster waiting to happen, and Master Ericus had no choice but to lock his pupil's heart away to keep that disaster contained. Terra arrived just in the nick of time and battled his master to protect his friend. But this was exactly what Master Xehanort had hoped for. Terra watched in horror as his new mentor struck the weakened Ericus down. He had been fooled. Terra tried to move Ventus someplace safe, the Destiny Islands, but Vanitas, the boy with the mask, was already there. "Join with me. Become the Keyblade," he said. And then Ventus remembered the truth. Vanitas was part of him, the darkness which had been extracted from his heart. Led by Destiny, Terra, Ventus, and Aqua assembled in the Keyblade graveyard. In the distance, Master Xehanort and Vanitas appeared. A violent clash ensued, and at the end of it, Terra's body was possessed by Xehanort. Meanwhile, Ventus, having been forced into a clash with his counterpart Vanitas, chose the destruction of them both to prevent the Keyblade from being forged. In the aftermath, Mickey was able to rescue Aqua and Ventus, but Ventus would not wake, and Terra was nowhere to be found. Aqua's journey was not over. Aqua recalled her master's teachings. After finding a safe place for Ventus to rest, she locked the land of departure, which would eventually become to be known as Castle Oblivion. Ventus's heart had been nearly snuffed out, so he retreated to the safety of Sora's heart, the same new heart that had saved him once before. Aqua found and confronted Xehanort, who had possessed Terra's body. After a long fight, Aqua dove into the darkness and sacrificed herself to usher Terra back to the realm of light. Aqua wandered the realm of darkness for a decade before meeting a stranger there. This stranger told her about a certain boy who had become the savior of all worlds. When Aqua heard the boy's name, tears filled her eyes and her face beamed with hope. So obviously we're talking about that last paragraph is obviously talking about the events of Fragmentary Passage, essentially. Now, again, I mentioned this a couple of times, but this whole scene here about Aqua taking Ventus to the land of departure, which had been destroyed by the darkness that was created by Xehanort before Terra went after. Remember that scene? And land of departure became Castle Oblivion. And then she left Ventus there and went and found Terra, fought him as Xehanort, because he was under control of Xehanort. When did that happen? Because I did not play those events in Birth by Sleep. Because those events happened in Birth by Sleep, I I didn't do that. I didn't do that part. I don't know where that was because I didn't find that. I know that also what happens later after that fight with Terra is that Aqua gave up her Keyblade and her armor to Terra and sent him back to the realm of light while she continued to sink deeper into the realm of darkness, and that leads into the beginning of Fragmentary Passage. But the part of the story that I'm missing and I haven't played is the whole part of Aqua taking Ventus to Land of Departure / Castle Oblivion, leaving Ventus there, and then going to fight Terra. That I didn't play. So if that's some gameplay in Birth by Sleep or something like that, somehow I didn't get to do that. I don't know why. But anyway, let's move on. We got Guardian Bell now for Sora. And
hey,
now
Axel, you haven't forgotten.
What?
You made us a promise
I did?
that you'd always be there to bring us back.
Yeah.
Got it memorized?
Best friends forever. Where? What happened to me? Roxas. That's me. Dylan. Alias. Evan. Yunzo.
you know, those organization members that have been recompleted back into their human form. They're no longer nobodies. That's their human form. They're regular. They're what they call recompleted, apparently.
We're people again. But only the ones who joined the organization here. I guess Xehanort doesn't count. But where are Breg and Isa?
Chronicle 358 in 2 days. Okay. This might... I never played 358 in 2 days, so this may fill in some gaps. When Roxas first became part of the organization, he spent his days on missions collecting hearts and befriending another member named Axel. However, when Axel was sent to Castle Oblivion on a special mission, Birth by Sleep, or Chain of Memory, sorry, Roxas teamed up with the organization's new 14th member, a girl named Shion. Slowly, the two warmed to each other. Once Axel returned from his mission, he, Roxas, and Shion developed a routine of ending each busy day by having ice cream atop the Twilight Town clock tower. There, they talked about work, friendship, their memories, and the meaning of a heart. One day, Shion was ordered to dispatch an imposter, Riku, who had donned the organization's robes to protect Sora. But Shion was overpowered and told her Keyblade was a sham. After failing a second mission, she slipped into a coma. When Shion finally awoke, Roxas' daily routine resumed a kind of normalcy, but something in his friend had changed. Slowly, Shion began to question her own existence. On day 255, Shion visited Castle Oblivion and discovered what she was. Roxas waited for Shion at the clock tower, but she never came. The next day, he learned she had deserted the organization. Roxas tracked her down and tried to convince her to return, but Shion drew her Keyblade threateningly. It was only once Axel appeared that he and Roxas were able to bring her back by force. After learning some of the truth about Shion, Roxas found his own existence thrown into question. He lost faith in Axel and the organization, who had kept so much hidden from him, and decided to run away. Meanwhile, Shion had tracked down a girl named Namine and decided to return her share of Sora's memories to their owner. Axel hunted her down and made a double-edged promise: keep running, I'll always be there to bring you back. After barely managing to keep that promise, Axel collapsed, and Xemnas, the organization's leader, took Shion away. Aimlessly, Roxas found himself wandering toward the clock tower. There, Shion revealed herself to be not a her at all, but a faceless puppet that the organization had created as a cage for Sora's memories. The last of those memories were inside Roxas, Sora's nobody, and she would have to take them from him to become a complete Sora replica. The two fought, and Shion got her wish. She was defeated. As the memories that made her up returned to Sora, she ceased to exist and vanished from the minds of all who knew her. Confused and angry, Roxas decided to challenge Xemnas and the organization, free the hearts they had collected, and destroy Kingdom Hearts. But Roxas was not strong enough to win, and if he fell here, Sora would never awaken, so Riku confronted him. In his mind, Riku heard the last wish of a girl whose name he could no longer remember, to stop Roxas. He nearly failed and had to allow the darkness in his heart to take over before he was able to subdue Roxas. This much we know from the final mix of Kingdom Hearts 2, where Sora gave in to the darkness, Riku gave in to the darkness and became the Ansem, or appeared as Ansem. A boy named Roxas woke up in his room in Twilight Town after having another strange dream. Excited, he ran out to meet his friends at their usual spot. Only 7 days of summer vacation left. That alternate personality that Diz put him in the simulated version of Twilight Town at the beginning of Kingdom Hearts 2. Now, the whole thing about 358 in 2 days, I got. What the whole point of it was this 14th member. This is how I understand it. As we know in Chain of Memories, Naminé rearranged Sora's memories to at the behest of the organization, or not the behest, more the demand of the organization, to change his memories to forget Kairi and think of Naminé as the girl that was basically replacing Naminé with replacing Kairi with Naminé in his memories, to kind of mold Sora to work for the organization. In the end, though, the organization was defeated, and Naminé decided to put those memories back into Sora, the correct memories. Well, in order for Naminé to change Sora's memories around, she had to take Sora's real correct memories and put them somewhere. And that somewhere was this faceless puppet that became the 14th member of the organization, Shion. That's how I understand it. And that's when the last of those memories were inside Roxas, Sora's nobody. So some of Sora's memories were in Shion, and the rest were in Roxas. So in order for Sora to become whole again, not Dead Space reference, by the way, not only did Roxas need to rejoin Sora because Roxas had half of Sora's heart, but Shion had to give up her memories in order for those memories to go back to Sora, so he could become complete. So Sora was basically split into three forms. He was himself, his memories were in Shion, and half his heart was in Roxas. So in order for Sora to become complete, both Shion and Roxas had to rejoin Sora. Granted, Roxas needed to be physically present to give his heart to Sora, whereas Shion's memories, I guess, Shion just had to be defeated in order for the memories to return to Sora. And that happened because Sora was already asleep in Castle Oblivion, while Naminé rearranged his memories to be back to the way they were supposed to be. In order for all of them to get back to Sora, Shion had to be defeated, and that's what happened there. That's how I understand the 358 and 2 storyline, without actually having to play the game, just from the text that I read. Alright, and with that, Sora and Riku have now both locked 3 worlds. We're halfway there. Okay, so the next one is going to be Combat Level 14 or Combat Level 18. Okay, we're going to be Combat Level 14 with the Grid, which is the Tron Evolution, I believe is the name of the movie. But it's another Tron movie, basically. It's like a distant sequel to the Tron that we saw in Kingdom Hearts 2. Before I land here, I think I can throw down a save if I can, if I will. I'm going to throw down a save. And then we will land here in the Grid with, I think we're in control of Sora right now, yeah. So we'll land here with Sora. So, be right back. Alright, I'm back. Let's land at the grid. Visit this world. Let's dive! Yeah, these are so freaking fun. What do I gotta do here? I gotta be the boss, don't I? Yeah. Defeat Brawlamari. Alright. Okay. Ah, damn it, didn't dodge that. Reduce your speed as the laser forces into dodge it. Okay. Dodge that. Break that. He's gonna activate some big laser shield, and I go, whoa, brakes! And allows me close enough to attack, okay? One's broken. We gotta do it again, alright? So, dodge lasers. Oop, didn't dodge that one. Okay. Dodge those. Whoop. I'm gonna put the shield. Brakes! And then we close in. One more hit. There we go. We got him. And we gotta find the ring. Yay.